Hi Steve, Caroline from The Upcoming. How are you today?
Yeah, super.
So how was it working once again with Michael Winterbottom?
Great. I mean, this is the 8th movie I've done with him, so it's just. I know him so well. It's just like hanging out with he's my friend. So we just have a very efficient way of working together. It's always a pleasure. It's never a grind. It always feels very, very comfortable working with Michael now. So I hope I carry on working with him. Yeah.
So what's coming up for yourself and for Alan Partridge?
Well, we're doing a documentary series at some point in the next couple of years, which we're working on now, and that will be some sort of exploration of the notion of Britishness and what that means, and of course it'll be funny.
Let's hope so. I'm sure it will be.
You're not giving me a preview of the material.
Shame. So what's coming up for you then?
I'm doing a film next year, making a film next year about the woman who found the body of Richard III in a car park in Leicester, and I've written I've written a TV show about with Sarah Soleimani about that's set in the past, the sort of post-Me Too era, and a number of other things that I'm always writing 2 or 3 things at the same time. So there's always something to keep me busy. But that film, I'll be making that film next year, and I'll be doing a TV series about sexual politics. Well, I'm hoping that people talk about high street fashion and hold to account some of the less scrupulous companies that operate in a way that is displayed in the film Greed. And those companies are companies like Zara, H&M and Topshop. And people need to talk about those companies and hold them to account, and the companies like the ones I just mentioned will distract people from talking about them by having a model dress up in their clothes and making them seem glamorous, because they don't want to talk about what they don't want to talk about is the exploitation of workers in the developing world. They don't want to talk about the fact that they've grown super rich, they've become billionaires, multi-billionaires on the backs of the exploitation of workers who are paid as little as $3 a day. That's what I want people to talk about, and people are complicit because if the demand for cheap high street fashion wasn't there, then it wouldn't be possible for people to get rich in that way. We talk about, in the public now, we talk about sexual politics and we talk about the environment, and lots of topics that perhaps many years ago wouldn't have been on the agenda now are on the agenda, and I'm hoping that the huge disparity between the rich and the poor that exists in the world is something that people start to talk about. Now, it'll be difficult because the super rich can have a huge sphere of influence and are able to influence and frame debates, and also control the megaphone that puts out the message, be it newspapers or either by threatening people because they can afford expensive lawyers, or by using celebrities to dress up in their clothes and distract you from it. So I'm hoping though that it becomes an issue that people talk about in the same way that other issues have come to the fore. I did 4 trips. I did 1 in England, 1 in Italy, 1 in Spain, and we just done 1 in Greece. And my favourite was Italy. Okay, okay, because I loved it. We travelled all over Italy, Genoa, Naples, Amalfi Coast, Capri, and there's something. And I went back there. It's the only country where we filmed. I went back several times with my family because I fell in love with it. So I love I love the food in Italy. I like the fact that they are effusive and expressive, whereas the British are slightly emotionally repressed.
Okay.
And the Italians are more have an honesty of expression.
And you learn how to talk with your hands. You're really Italian.
So I love the fact that they live a long time because they don't put crap in their food. They eat food which is clean and simple, and that's that. So and also I'm from sort of Irish Catholic background, and there's something about the working class Irish Catholic and working class Italian Catholic. So it feels like there's a sort of a connection there somehow. So, and I love the romance of the architecture and the way it's effusive. It's poetic. in the content of the film, the subject matter. I think it's like, I hope it becomes something people talk about. I think it's a funny film, it's entertaining, and the best way to get people to think about stuff is to entertain them, to put something on the map. No one likes to be given a very po-faced sanctimonious lecture. And London Film Festival is the perfect environment because it's a great platform to entertain people and make them think about stuff. Oh, having someone younger play you, it's a little bit threatening. You think, well, you suddenly realise you're not young anymore, and you realise they've got to cast an actor to play you when you're young. I'm flattered. It's a film that I'm proud of, and I think it's something that's going to put something important on the agenda. So I'm very proud of it. And
just keep it to 2 questions with everybody now.
Guy who plays what's next? I'm making a film next year about Filippo, the woman who found the body of Richard III in a car park in Leicester about 5-6 years ago. Making a film about that, and I'm doing a TV series about sexual politics in the post-Me Too era. I'm excited about that too.